Hi dear students, in the last two classes we had seen the causes behind the growth of communalism in India and the events and factors leading to the formation of the Muslim League. And today we are going to see the formation of the Muslim League and the aims and objectives of the Muslim League. You may please take page number 135, chapter 6. First paragraph. Formation of the Muslim League. In December 1906, the Muslims delegates from different provinces assembled at Dhaka in order to attend a Muslim educational conference. Taking advantage of this occasion, Nawab Salimullah suggested forming an All India organization of the Muslim community. The proposal was accepted and the All India Muslim League was formally set up on 30th December 1906 at Dhaka. The Dhaka session was presided over by Nawab Salimullah. The League constitution was framed at Karachi in 1907. So that is about the formation of Muslim League. Actually, the Muslim delegates, they assembled for a Muslim educational conference. And that time, Nawab Salimullah, he thought that it was a good time and he suggested for forming an All India organization of the Muslim community. And finally, All India Muslim League came into existence on 30th December 1906 at Dhaka. And it was the first meeting. The Dhaka session was presided by Nawab Salimullah. And after that, in 1907, the Constitution of League was framed at Karachi. Now we will see the aims and objectives of the League. First one, to promote among the Indian Muslim a feeling loyalty towards the British government. To promote a feeling of loyalty towards the British government. That is the first point. And the second one, to protect the political and the other rights of the Muslims and to place their needs and aspirations before the government in moderate language. Not in rough language, but in moderate language, because the first objective or the aim we have seen that it was aimed at promoting loyalty towards the British government. So all the demands or the needs of Muslims were conveyed in a moderate language. And it was established, Muslim League was established to protect the political and the other rights of Muslims. And the third one, it was to prevent the rise of any feeling of hostility between the Muslim and other communities. If there is any hostilities between Muslim and other communities, if there is any rise of hostility between Muslims and other community, the duty of Muslim League was to prevent such a kind of hostilities between Muslims and the other communities. Next point, direct result of the formation of the Muslim League. The Muslim League, from the very beginning onwards, they were trying to alienate the Muslim masses from the mainstream of the Indian national movement. Alienate means make apart, make away from the Muslim masses from the mainstream of the Indian national movement, and at the same time the Muslims were told to remain loyal to the British. And it was, the Muslim League was a political platform for the Muslim community, and in order to protect their rights and their interest, Muslim League became a platform for the political platform for Muslim community. And then the British motivated the Muslims to start separate political organization of their own, and therefore they gave full support when the League was formed. From the very beginning onwards, British was in favor of starting a political organization for Muslims. Why? Because their policy was to divide and rule. So when Muslim League was formed, they gave full support. The British wanted to utilize the League to counter the Congress. And we have seen that the Congress was growing, the power of Congress was very much growing, and the Britishers, they wanted to weaken the power of Congress. So the Britishers wanted to utilize the League to counter the Congress. So the British were happy when the League emerged as a separate organization of the Muslim community. So earlier there was only one community, one organization was that Indian National Congress movement. When the Muslim League was formed, Britishers were happy because they thought that this was an opportunity to weaken the power of Congress. Now we will see the attitude of the nationalist Muslims. So we have seen that many of the Muslims, when the Muslim League founded, they were in favor of Muslim League and they were against the Congress and they were loyal towards the Britishers. But it doesn't mean that all the Muslims were against the Congress or all the Muslims were loyal towards the British government. But there were many Muslims who remained loyal towards the Congress and the country, and they stood against the British government. The Congress got the support of a large number of Muslims, though the Muslim League declared that it represented the majority of the Muslims. So according to Muslim League, they said they represented the majority of the Muslims, but many Muslims supported the Congress. And the nationalist Muslims like Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Habibur Rahman were dedicated members of the Congress. The nationalist Muslims were in favor of cooperation between the two communities. So only the who were supporting the separatist tendencies or the divisions, they only supported the loyalty towards the Britishers. Other people, other nationalist Muslims, they were in favor of cooperation between the two communities. That means the cooperation between Hindus and the Muslims. Now we will see the role played by the Muslim League during its early years. We have seen that the Muslim League was formed or born in Dhaka, but it was based on the ideals of the Aligarh movement. And the political activities and the interest of the Muslim League totally against the Hindus and the National Congress, and it is sabotaged. And it is sabotage. Sabotage means a deliberate attempt to weaken something. So it is sabotaged the anti-partition movement in Bengal. That means they made a deliberate attempt to weaken the anti-partition movement in Bengal led by the National Congress. And they got greater representation of the Muslims in civil and military services. And again, the leaders of Muslim League, they wanted greater representation of the Muslims in the assemblies. Their number was very less. Then also they demanded for more representation in the assemblies. And in the early years, the League began to oppose every nationalist and democratic demand of the Congress. Whenever the Congress put forward the nationalist or the democratic demands, then the League used to oppose. So normally you can see that the Britishers were very in favor of Muslim League. Why? Because they found that their policy was working. The policy was divide and rule. It thus played into the hands of the British, who announced that they would protect the special interest of the Muslims. When the Britishers found that the Muslim League, they were totally acting against the nationalist and the democratic demands of the Congress, then they announced that they would protect all the interest of the Muslims. Why? In order to promote more hostilities between these two communities. And naturally, Muslim League became an instrument with which the British hoped to fight the rising tide of nationalist movement, keeping the educated Muslims detached from the movement. So the national movement was rising everywhere, and many people used to participate in that one. And by the emergence or by the establishment of the Muslim League, the Britishers, they thought that it was a good instrument to fight against the rising trends or the tide of the nationalist movement. How? By keeping the educated Muslims detached from the nationalist movement. So that is the end of the chapter. So in this chapter we have seen the causes behind the growth of communalism, then the events and the factors leading to the formation of the Muslim League, and finally formation of the Muslim League. And here you should thorough with the especially about the events and the factors leading to the formation of the Muslim League and the objectives and the aims of Muslim League. And the homework, you may please write first 5 short answer questions and the first 2 structured questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.